What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we are returning to the Gryps conflict in Universal Century 87. Last time, Camille and Fa stopped their bickering finally. Also, Jared was too impatient and Camille got the upper hand, but he was saved by Moir and died in the process. Quattro also returned from space and gave the Ayug the bad news regarding Blex's death. In this episode, Rekoa will space out during battle and suffer the consequences. We will also finally be introduced to Mineva Zabi and Axis Zeon. So let's get into this. The Argama has finally made it to Von Braun City after their run-in with Jared and the now-dead Moir. The two war orphans, Shinta and Kum, want to explore the lunar city, but Fa is too busy preparing for the next mission. The kids take off without her. Outside of the city, there are 3 mobile suits. Sarah is piloting the new Hambrabi. The RX-139 Hambrabi is a transformable mobile suit that was designed by the Gates of Zidane, aka former Abawaku. Sirocco also assisted in the design of the mobile suit. It was designed to have a simplified transformation system that would be easier to mass produce. It has 5 mono-eye sensors. That's too many eyes, man. I know they are sensors and we as the audience anthropomorphize it as eyes, but it looks like eyes and it's silly. Besides the forearm-mounted claws, the Hambrabi was also armed with a pair of beam rifles, a pair of beam sabers, a tail lance, and can use the Gaptle's rifle, as well as the Sea Serpent, a wired grappling weapon used to deliver electrical shocks to the enemy mobile suits. She gets out of the mobile suit and heads to the city on foot. She plans on infiltrating the Argama from within. Meanwhile, Fa and Camille go out to Armstrong Park to find the kids. While out, Camille happens to run into Sarah. Camille's new type senses go off and he wonders what it could be. Fa and Camille split up to look for the children. His new type senses go off again and wonders if it is 4, but he runs into Sarah. He chases and catches her. She tries to emotionally manipulate Camille. He thinks that ice cream will solve the problem. Fa comes and sees Camille with Sarah. He tells Fa to go back to the ship and let Bright know of the situation. At first it seems Camille is falling for her, but then he tells her that she knows she emotionally manipulated Kat to let her free earlier. He says goodbye and tells her that he never wants to see her again. But it seems that she has some sort of feelings for Camille, so she lets him know that she planted bombs. Camille tells Fa to inform Bright that there is a bomb planted in the city. He goes to look for the bomb. Fa informs Bright they unfortunately will have to evacuate the entire city. Camille and Sarah find the bomb in the air duct, but he accidentally makes it worse. I think we've all been in a similar situation. Sarah tries to escape, but Camille says no and punches her in the uterus. She passes out. He carries Sarah outside of the building, where Apolly and his Rick Diaz comes in and picks up Camille. The Argama leaves the city, and the explosion goes off. It was a kind of weak explosion, not gonna lie. Fa is worried that the children may have been caught in the explosion. Apolly and Fa launch in their mobile suits. Camille launches as well after getting on board the Argama. Fa notices the new mobile suits. While the battle wages on, Sarah once again tries to escape the Argama. Every time Zeta Gundam gets close to the Hambrabi, it transforms into mobile armor mode and takes off. Apolly and Camille try to cut off the Hambrabi. Fa notices that Sarah escaped in a jetpack, but she must focus on the battle ahead of her. Sarah is able to get into her Hambrabi and take off. Camille is sad that she fights for the Titans. He is a little dramatic about it. Back on board the Argama, Fa finds the kids in the shower. It seems they never left the ship at all. The Argama had to leave the moon without receiving any repairs to its ship. As the Argama heads out, several Nemos are on the outside repairing as much damage as possible. Char is concerned, but Wong is adamant about heading towards Axis Zeon. Wong is acting like a spoiled child, but he is correct. If they decide to turn back and get repairs on the moon, then the Titans will make contact with Axis first. Neither the Titans nor the Ayug truly know where Axis currently stands, as they haven't been in Earth's sphere for some time. In the mess hall, Rekoa and Quattro's hands touch. Oh. Back at the Dogo Skiar, Sarah briefs Sirocco on the type of man that Yazan is. It seems that he and his team will be joining Sirocco's fleet. The Ayug crew notices that their Titans are close behind them. It seems they plan on trying to intercept Axis as well. The crew plans for an attack. Quattro heads to Rekoa's quarters and gives her a kiss. Camille does a little bit of peeping. Rekoa, Quattro, and Camille launch along with a mega bazooka launcher. Rekoa and Quattro will man the bazooka. On the Dogo Skiar, Yazan and Sirocco give each other masculine stares. They send out a wave of Hyzax to attack the Ayug team. Camille is able to take them out quite easy. Quattro is aiming the bazooka, but he senses Patimus Sirocco and it causes him to miss. They have to wait for a reload. They only have 3 shots. They fire on the ship once again and get a direct hit on the Dogo Skiar. Sirocco decides to send out Yazan's team. Quattro sends Rekoa back to the ship, but Sirocco seems to be calling to her and she decides to head straight into battle. Camille is helping out a Nemo when suddenly it is destroyed. Oh Oh no, that guy! It was Yazan. Camille and Yazan engage in battle. Zeta Gundam is getting badly injured, but Rekoa comes in and protects Camille. Yazan attacks both of them. Suddenly, a mysterious fleet comes in attacking the Titans. Sirocco notes that they have bad timing and decides to retreat. This mysterious fleet is Axis Zeon, and these mobile suits are the Gaza-C. The MX-003 MMT-1 Gaza-C is Axis Zeon's mass-produced mobile suit. Like the Titans in the AUG, they too also invested in transformable frames. This suit is riddled with manufacturing flaws. We will soon learn that Axis Zeon's resources are limited, so they had to create this using recycled Gaza-A's and recycled Gaza-B's. This unit was very flimsy, and thus could only transform a few times before falling apart. It has a lifespan of about 3 missions. It is equipped with the Knuckle Buster, a Leg Claw, a Beam Saber, and a Beam Gun. This unit will also be developed into the Gaza-D, the Gaza-E, the Gaza-F, the Gaza-Strip, and the Gaza-G. Camille, Quattro, Rekoa, Bright, and Wong all head towards the Guadon. The Guadon class ship is the successor to the Guazine class ship. Like the Guazine, this ship is also crimson red. The biggest improvement to this ship is its 2 catapult launchers and its ability to hold around 100 Gaza-Cs. This Guadon will act as a flagship for Axis Zeon. It is equipped with a bunch of mega particle guns and anti-air machine guns. This will be one of the biggest ships seen in Universal Century. While traveling to the ship, Quattro notices a pink Gaza-C and wonders if it is her. The AUG team are invited to the throne room. Oh yeah, the ship has a throne room too. Gaudy as fuck. They're finally introduced to Mineva Zabi and Haman Karn. Haman tells Quattro to step forward. He takes off his glasses, and Mineva Zabi instantly remembers him. She calls him Shar Aznable and remembers playing with him as a child. Quite a cute moment, but then she begins spouting the fascist nonsense that the rest of her family used to spout. This really upsets Quattro. He yells at Haman for raising Mineva with the same old Zabi beliefs. He is too aggro, so Haman throws the AUG crew into the brig. While arrested, Camille and Quattro pretend to get into a fight and get the guard to open the sail. They are able to get out. Classic get out of jail free cliche. Quattro heads directly to Haman and tries to take her life. Quattro says the funniest thing in all of Universal Century history.
I've never betrayed anyone in my entire life. Ever. Ever. Ever.
Camille and Rekoa come in to help. Haman shoots Rekoa in the arm and they take off. They head to the hangar and find some Zeon spacesuits. They meet up with Bright and Appley. Oh yeah, Appley is here.
Hey, it's a kid!
They are all clear. They head towards the shuttle while Camille releases the airlock. On the Argama, the crew shoots dummy balloons. These block enemy ships from getting a good line of sight. As they escape, Yazan and his crew head towards the Argama. The Argama is sandwiched between 2 enemy forces, and Sirocco knows this. Once on the ship, everyone gets in their mobile suits. Rekoa is in serious injury, but she sorties as well. They get into a tight formation and Camille is confused. Once he realizes what is going on, a bunch of Hambrabis come in with a net. Yazan has 2 new teammates joining him, Dunkel Cooper and Ramses Hassa. The 2 capture Zeta in the net and electrocute it. Camille is able to break through the net right as Quattro and the Hyakushiki come in and helps him. Yazan goes in and takes out the arm of the Mythos. It is badly damaged. Yazan sees Emma, Katz, and the Radish crew come in to help right in the nick of time. Yazan and his team retreat. Everyone is lucky to still be alive after that encounter. Back on the Guadon, Sirocco is meeting with Mineva and proposing a treaty amongst the 2. Everyone's mobile suits are starting to wear for the worse. They need to get everything up and running again. Camille talks to Ashtenage. It seems that Camille has this weird codependency going on between Rekoa and Quattro. Ashtenage laughs at him and says he really did fall in love on Earth. Don't laugh this off, Ashtenage. This guy needs a psychiatrist. Camille asks Fa if she could go and visit Rekoa for him. She goes to visit. Her arm is still injured, but she preps for another mission. Rekoa proceeds to tell her entire story about living on the moon and fighting as a gorilla before joining the AUG. She then proceeds to piss off the trans community.
From the beginning, there's only been 2 sexes, men and women.
Back on the bridge, Wong, Quattro, and Bright are getting into an argument about battle strategies. Bright sends out the mobile suits. Rekoa launches in the Mythos. She keeps sensing something or someone. Quattro tells her not to launch due to her injury, but she doesn't listen. They take on Yazan's team. Camille is able to take out one of his men. They temporarily pull back. Bright tells them to check the rear, but Rekoa keeps pushing out too far. Something keeps calling for her. They run into a fleet of Marasais. The Argama contacts the Radish to back them up. Earlier, Yazan's team launches balloon dummies. Hey, just like Bernie. The Radish goes to protect the Argama and fires on the Marasais. They instantly realize that they're dummies. Rekwa and Yazan engage in battle. She is catatonic and she keeps on hearing someone call for her. Yazan tears through her mythos. She gets out of her mobile suit. Before her unit explodes, Yazan grabs Rekwa and retreats. Back on the Argama, Camille is informed that Rekwa has been killed in action. The entire crew thinks that she is dead. Camille takes his anger out on Quattro, while Quattro stares at a cactus. As the Argama crew's morale is low, they finally make their way to Levian Rose. Last time we saw the Levian Rose was UC-0083, where Ko was given the GP-03 Gundam. Also, this happened. What awaits the Argama at the Levian Rose? And that will do it for this episode. Last time we saw the Titans on the defensive, but this episode, the Argama struggled to survive. There was a lot going on in these episodes. Camille is way too invested in Quattro and Rekwa's relationship, and Sirocco continues touching women. In our next episode, we will see the return of 4 Murasame. We will also see the return of Amado Ray as Kuraba and the AU team up. But that will do it for this episode. Remember, new types, try not to give off weird codependent vibes with your friends. Peace.